One of the main reasons I made a conscious decision to make long-form video on YouTube is to help other agents get better. Why would I do that? Why would I give away everything I have learned to become successful out in a video like this to strengthen my competition? I know that's what you're asking right now. Well, my answer is simple. If I'm able to educate my fellow industry professionals and have some measure of a positive impact on them, guess what happens? It makes the industry overall better. You don't think I know what a bad rep real estate agents get? They call it the commission breath. Agents just want to make a quick buck and all that. You think I like that? No, I don't. I don't like to hear that about myself, and I don't like to hear that about my peers. So I'm out here trying to teach from whatever I've learned in doing this business for 15 years so that some new broker could learn and perhaps make lesser mistakes or become more successful faster to perhaps see me as their virtual mentor. Hey, I'd very much like that. So speaking of how to make agents more successful, let me do a two-part series of 10 things that real estate agents do that stops them from becoming successful. How do I know these? I've done these myself. I was a new broker once, and I've gone through all the trials and tribulations and frustrations and the elations that being a commission-only real estate agent lifestyle brings. So I decided to go through my own experiences of others, questions I'm asked daily on social media DMs, and put together a list of these 10 things I think real estate agents are doing wrong, because of which they're failing. Let's get into it. Number 1, they're not committed. This is so real. You know as well as I do. The number of real estate agents in the Dubai market today that started their careers straight out of college because at 23 they decided they're going to become a real estate agent, the number of those people is either low or I think none, a big fat zero. Most of my peers, for them, real estate is either their third or even fourth profession over a span of their professional life, not the first. What attracted them to it in their late 20s or 30s or even 40s? The money and the lifestyle. Let's be fair. Real estate brokers' lifestyles look very, very attractive. It's flexible, you're your own boss, you make a bucket load of money, and life's good, right? Wrong. Well, I mean, it is right. It's just that all of those good things I just mentioned more often than not happen to people who are pot committed to the profession. But most of the people who fail seem to be just interested, not committed. To me, that's getting into this profession for all the wrong reasons. Because if you're just interested, you're constantly dreaming of achieving your financial goals, but likely not putting in the work step by step, day by day, call by call to get there. You know, they're interested in success. They're interested in doing what it takes. They're interested in being the kind of real estate professional that can win the type of business that we all want. But we both know there's a big difference between being interested and committed. This is a mindset thing. Commitment is, I'm willing to do whatever it takes, no matter what, for as how long as it takes to be successful. Interested is, I do it when it's convenient. I'll make my calls when it's convenient. I'll learn the script when it's convenient. I'll create my plans when it's convenient. I'll be resourceful when it's convenient. This is not going to work. And if listening to this, you feel this is you, there's a high probability that you're failing at this right now. It will not get any better anytime soon. Be committed. Let's look at number 2, fear of mistakes. Take this from me. The career of a real estate agent is pretty much a story of making mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. And then some more. What are these mistakes? Not making follow-up calls, giving clients insufficient information, losing keys of a listing, showing up late to appointments. Oh, there are so many. And when people start their careers and find themselves making these mistakes, what they should do is learn and improve. Instead, they become insecure and think that this is who they are, and they'll continue making these mistakes. They fear mistakes. They fear themselves. You have to say this to yourself if you're joining a team, that my number 1 focus is to make as many mistakes as I can and learn as many lessons as I can. Because from that, you have wisdom. You become wise. You actually know what works and what doesn't. And you've got that sort of gap between knowing and not knowing. And you've bridged it. And that's when you become successful. So I would encourage you to make as many mistakes as you can. Let's look at number 3. They don't strategize in a business that requires doing the basics day after day after day, every single day. You've got to say to yourself, from 8 to 9 a.m., I'm going to look over my hot list. 9 to 11:30, I will finish my 25 calls of the day. I'm going to make my entry of every single call, so my daily activity is on record in case I need to refer to it later. I'm going to do my follow-ups for 1.5 hours from 3 to 4:30 p.m. I'm going to keep an eye on all new units coming to the market, refresh my list of all back to market units, all developer stock that I have access to, and finding and targeting buyers for it. Essentially, do I have a strategy to close my 5 deals this month? Where can I have the greatest value? What market is hot right now? What community is on its way up? And which one has reached its max potential or peaked? Most people aren't thinking strategically, so they literally show up like this. Bang, 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 whatever happens, happens. That's a big reason why they fail. Now we look at number 4, the employee mindset. Like I was saying earlier, for a lot of agents, this is their second, third, or maybe even fourth career, where they're coming from a 9-to-5 corporate background with 30-day paid holiday and bank holiday and weekends and Eid and Christmas and slow work during the holy month of Ramadan and all of the things that salaried people do. Yeah, that doesn't work here. But yet, some agents think I'll show up at 9 a.m., close my laptop at 6 right after I send my report to the team leader, weekend starts a bit early on Friday, and I don't work Sunday. My goodness, that mindset is guaranteed to end up in a colossal failure. This is an industry where you have to say to yourself, I no longer have a job. This is my business. That mentality. I don't have a job. This is my business. And I'm going to get from it what I put into it. You got to roll up your sleeves, put in all that time. That's sweat equity. Learning the market, understanding the strategies, making all the mistakes, doing all the marketing and the lead generation. This is my business. This is my livelihood. And the more I put in, the better. It's all 24/7. You've got to be disciplined. That is why I was talking about strategies earlier, because you don't want to burn out and fail anyway. But here's one thing, which is my 5th and final point of why agents fail video, and this is something that will help a lot of agents draw inspiration and the correct kind of motivation from, is you need to have a mentor. You know the old saying, our success depends on the 5 people we spend the most time with. And in this case, our income is in direct connection to the 5 people we spend the most time with. Well, if 1 or 2 of those 5 are a mentor in your agency who is already successful and whose job is to get your first 5 deals done in a set amount of time, they're incentivized as well. If you're mentored, you'll succeed. But what do agents do? They make the mistake of thinking that they can do on their own because, hey, frankly, having a mentor means sharing a commission when a deal gets done. And I understand that, yeah, you might have high levels of self-confidence where you feel you can do it alone. But I also think that the fear of making mistakes and potentially looking stupid in front of one's peers is one of the things that stopped agents from working with a mentor right in the beginning of a period of 3 to 6 months, which is essential. Most good real estate agencies provide their new agents a mentorship program. And I'll go as far as saying that when you're being interviewed for a job at an agency, ask them about their mentorship program, because now, after hearing from me, you know that it is very important. This brings me to the end of part 1 of my top 10 reasons why real estate agents fail. I'm Zoheb, aka Realtor on a Harley, and I'd love to know in the comments if this resonated with you, and let me know if there are any other reasons why you think agents fail. I'll add them to my next 5 or perhaps create a new video on the subject based on what you guys comment. Stay tuned for part 2 coming up in 4 days right here on my YouTube channel. And as always, if you found this video valuable, hit the like and subscribe button. Bye for now.